Welcome back to class. Now we are starting with networks and virtual arrangements. Network and virtual arrangements. In our last class, we discussed matrix structure. And we said that matrix structures should encourage communication between functional departments. It should encourage communication. It should encourage communication between functional departments, and it should place emphasis on getting the job done rather than on each functional manager defending his or her own position. So an example of a matrix structure is a university with traditional functional management structure. So examples of matrix structure is commonly found in universities. So a university has the traditional functional management structure. Within the teaching departments, there are functional specializations for teaching, such as the engineering function, art and design function, business studies function, law school, and likes. So each teaching department has a head, which is the head of department, HOD. However, many courses at universities are multifunctional, and teachers for each course come from a number of different functional departments. In particular, where you have borrowed courses. So an accounting degree program might use teachers from faculty of law, or business studies. So and also economics departments. In addition to the functional management structure based on heads of faculty and heads of departments, there is a course-based management structure in which individual lecturers are responsible for all aspects of a particular course or degree program. For instance, the course leader is responsible for obtaining and managing the teachers from different faculties or departments, finding the lecture rooms, marking the examinations, reporting absentee students to the administration department, and so on. So the main disadvantage of a matrix structure is that it can be inefficient. It can be inefficient unless there is close cooperation and communication between the different managers. So individuals may get confused when they have to report to two different managers. So just like the example of the university I mentioned just now. So especially when those managers cannot agree what the individual should be doing. So that's that. Now on virtual organization, on virtual networks and virtual arrangements, you see a network organization. A network organization is a collection of autonomous units. Or firms that behave as a single larger entity. Again, a network organization is a collection of autonomous units or firms that behave as a single larger entity. So similar to virtual organizations or organizational structure, a virtual company or virtual organization does not have an identifiable physical what? Does not have an identifiable physical existence. Okay, so it's just like you're having a virtual office on Google Meet, on Zoom, you understand, and the likes. So it does not have any identifiable physical existence, in the sense that it does not have a head office, in the sense that it does not have a head office or operational. It does not have a head office or operational premises So it might not even have any employees. Okay, it might not have any employees. So a virtual organization is operated by means of IT system. A virtual organization is operated by means of one, IT systems, and then communications, by means of IT system and communications networks, normally telephone and email. Normally telephone and email. Okay, so and then also it is operated by means of business contacts, for outsourcing, for outsourcing all operations. So many small businesses operate as virtual organizations. For example, a house builder might operate his business from his home. So when asked to build a new house, he can hire all the labor, skilled and unskilled. So that is you engage them on a contract basis. Okay, so that when you need them, okay, so what you just need to do is to call on them. Okay, so that he needs to do the work, he has to engage this both skilled or unskilled labor. So he supervises it itself and then check. So you can employ a firm of accountants to deal with the invoicing and payment. The builder does not need an office or full-time employees. So his core competence is his personal skill and experience, which he should use to give his firm its competitive advantage over rival house builders. So in the same way, there is no reason why a larger business should not be operated as a virtual company. For example, a company that sells branded footwear could operate as a virtual company using its brand name as its major core competence. So it could outsource all its value chain and support activities. Okay, so manufacturing could be outsourced to producers in developing countries. Warehousing companies could be used to hold inventories, and a network of self-employed sales representatives might be used to sell the footwear into retail organizations, and marketing activities might be outsourced to an external agency. So it's just having it coordinated. Okay, so one person or a small number of individuals can operate a virtual organization and indirectly control the actions of many external entities and individuals. So only that it will have most of its function outsourced, most importantly where physical presence are required. So a key to a successful virtual organization is the successful management of all different external relationships and successful coordination of their activities. Okay, so the ability to manage relationships and coordinate activities. Do you understand? So because you need to consider your competitors too. So what exactly are you doing that or can you do that will give you a competitive edge? So digital technology makes virtual organization possible. I just mentioned the use of Zoom, Google Meet and the likes. So in fact, some people do their business without having physical presence. Okay, so what they do is to contact the supplier of a particular product, get customers. Okay, so and they ask the supplier to help them dispatch the goods directly to the customer. Okay, so without having any physical any fees based or permanent establishment anywhere, without having any office. Okay, they do their business and make money. So digital technology makes virtual organization possible, though it has no tangible identity. Okay, no physical presence, no permanent establishment. It has no fees base, so it can lack culture, and people who work for a virtual organization may not have strong loyalty towards it. So many may even work for several employers, and this is a potential weakness, for example, of car ride hailing companies such as Uber. Okay, so some people may have both the Uber app and then both on their phone, so they may register with both Uber and then both. So depending on the location they are, okay, so they may switch to Uber if they say our customer is not coming. Then they come back to both. They come back to both. Okay, so that's just an example. Are we together? So let's buttress on a network organization. I define network organization as a collection of autonomous units or firms that behave as a single larger entity. So the definition of network organization took us to virtual organizations. Okay, so IT communications or information technology and communications are important for coordinating both the virtual organization and network organizations. Okay, so information technology and communications are important for coordinating activities to maintain the shared brand, to maintain the shared brand. Okay, so I just mentioned that IT and then communication, and then communications are very, very important. So the entities comprising a network organization are normally legally independent entities, although not always. Some may be wholly owned subsidiaries. So many of the global accountancy firms, including Deloitte, KPMG, UI, Ernst & Young, PwC, among others. Okay, are in fact a global firm. So they are a global firm that practice a network organization. Okay, so these global organizations are groupings of numerous individual partnerships, all sharing the same brand. They're all sharing the same brand. So Deloitte all over the world share the same brand. KPMG, so because it depends on the country, they found themselves. In Nigeria now, we have Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, Ernst & Young, among others. Okay, so these companies do not just have fees base in Nigeria alone. Okay, they have fees base in other countries too. They have permanent establishments in other countries. Okay, they have in South Africa. So these global organizations are groupings of numerous individual partnerships, all sharing the same brand, codes of ethics. They all share the same brand, code of ethics, and then working practices, So networks can be a very effective way of getting separate organizations or individuals to collaborate towards a common goal. However, as they are independent of each other, there may be problems with coordination. One part of the network may have only limited influence over what another part of the network is doing, especially when the other part of the network is in a different country. So these firms are independent of themselves and they make independent decisions. Are we together? Okay, so let's go on break. When we come back, we shall continue from where we stopped. Thank you.